God's grace and by the grace of all of you, if we could able to receive ISSN number by this month end, then we can launch officially our first issue, sir. Because since last year itself, we are getting many papers, but we are unable to make them published because of not getting ISSN. But for getting ISSN, we need to keep some articles in website so that as of now, we had kept 13 articles only in our website, sir. So, and almost 3 reviews have been done by ISSN team, sir. I hope that there may be no any reviews and we can get very soon. Maybe by this month end, we can get the ISSN numbers, sir.
Yeah, I think they emphasize on public scrutiny as well as peer reviewing, right? So
double peer reviewed, we are
double for blind peer review.
as of now, we are keeping it as a double peer reviewed, sir.
Yes,
And later on, there are many many things need to be done for that, taking Google Scholar, DOI, DOAJ. So one by one, step by step, we are planning to crawl.
Exactly. So, and also then the Scopus indexation, which is what I think that is the holy grail. So where you'll be able to attract even better quality manuscripts once it is Scopus recognized, because most of the universities or many universities are striving to get their faculty published into minimum Scopus indexed journals.
Yes.
So I think that should be your target going forward.
Yes.
So normally what happens, Dr. Aruna, when we conduct a conference, manuscripts of different quality keep coming. Not necessarily that all of them, some of them are of a lower work quality. Work may still be good. Work quality may still be good, but the manuscript writing itself is an art, and then it comes with an experience. So some may not write it in a way, also may not follow strictly the plagiarism and how to actually cite the citations and references. So in that way, if you categorize the total manuscript submitted into 2 groups, 2 buckets, where one bucket is aimed at Scopus indexed publication, which is of a higher quality, and then others in a proceedings published by you with an ISSN or ISBN. That way, I think probably is a better way to go forward. Of course, you have all the experience and the wisdom of Mr. Srinivas Rao to advise you on that. So my suggestion is that.
Yes, sir. For that only, we had kept the deserved persons and those who are wish to work with this review process as an editorial board members of IJSCAM, sir. If you could able to go through our website, sir, we had kept from all over India. Editorial board is from all over India. And we are about to segregate because all domains people are there in that editorial team. So we are about to segregate the papers and we are sending to them. Afterwards, we are planning to send those articles to the foreign editors also, international editor also. That's why, as of now, we can make it as a double peer review.
So, Dr. Aruna, are you using any plagiarism check software to ensure that authors
Yes,
to
sir.
alert the authors?
As of now, we are using this Turnitin paid version, and we are asking the authors also before sending their articles with the plagiarism report itself. We are accepting
for it. Okay, right, true.
If I can interrupt, sorry for interruption. Is it a YouTube link you can share?
Yes, sir. Just now I had launched the live stream, sir. I am sharing YouTube link. I had shared already in the chat box, and I am sharing in the group also, right now.
I need to share with a few people.
Yes, sir. I am sharing to your personal WhatsApp also. Just give me one minute time, sir. Srinivas, sir.
Okay. Sorry for the interruption, Srinivas Prakash.
No matter, Prakash.
Please carry on the discussion later because it's very important, very crucial, and you coming from BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus.
Yes, sir. Actually,
and all that. So tremendous resource, Dr. Aruna. You need to We need to utilize the resources because we got so many, and we have to take advantage of it and move forward.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Because of
Srinivas.
you, sir had joined today, sir. Actually, I had tried a lot to catch Srinivas Prakash sir many times, but because of his busy schedule, I couldn't able to get him, sir.
No, madam, not like that. You're right. But you're right. Actually, one is that normally I attend. Yeah, I would have attended. You're right. Actually, that one or the other thing keeps me, keeps me busy. But I normally attend when I am also contributing. So, so that is has become a habit of it. Like, but I will definitely attend hereafter. So it's my pleasure and my learning to attend your conference and the workshops. That's really nice. And I appreciate your tenacity. This is how actually to start and take it forward, because initially itself, nobody achieves indexations in recognized indexations like Scopus and all. It takes time and effort and then tenacity to take it forward and continue to do it. And what I found, Dr. Aruna, is that a good number of attendees are coming to your conferences because you are giving them the flexibility to write whatever they can and then go from there, rather than insist on too much of quality right at the beginning as a entry barrier is kept it as a slightly lower, which is important because that encourages young research scholars and then young faculty members to write and communicate. Otherwise, if we keep a very high entry barrier of quality, then they may be a little worried to, or maybe not very interested to, not very much interested to communicate.
Thank you so much. Thank you. By like valuable acceptance of the distinguished guests today, I wish to start our today's session, sir. A very good evening and all. This is Dr. Aruna, CEO, founder of City Foundation. Taking this privilege to welcome all the distinguished speakers, guests, and the participants, delegates, to this auspicious evening to have such a wonderful sessions of day 2 of this 1 week FDP, International FDP event. I take this privilege to welcome our first distinguished speaker of today's day 2 session, Professor Prakash Rao Kollaram sir from USA. And I request Dr. Professor Srinivas Prakash Regalla sir to please introduce our today's distinguished speaker, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Aruna. Thank you, Dr. Aruna, for the privilege and honor that you've given me to introduce the illustrated achiever, Sri Kollaram Prakash Rao Garu. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. It's a long list of achievements that he has had, and large track record of achievements and then contributions he has made. I will make it succinct so that I don't take a lot of time. Mr. Kollaram Prakash Rao Sharma Garu was born in Mantani, erstwhile Karimnagar district and now Peddapalli district, and went to Usman University for his bachelor's in electronics engineering. Then he went to the United States and pursued master's in electronics, and then subsequently joined several private companies. He worked as electronics engineer and then eventually joined the government of United States agency. And there he made a large number of contributions in the most important area of century and then coming 50 years, that is cyber security. Not only for military applications, but also a lot of civilian applications and data security, particularly in the current age of distributed computing and cloud computing, which every company is now trying to depend upon. If I have to quote some of the significant contributions he has made in the area of technology and awards he has won, there are several, and let me take you through some of those. He has contributed a lot to science and technology, where while working in the while working for the US industry from 1978 till 2021 at various technical and managerial positions, the Department of Defense of United States government developing non-information technology as well as information technology cybersecurity workforce development and information technology cybersecurity engineering standards and development for the U.S. Department of Defense from 2008 to 2021. He has made several contributions. His other experiences are cybersecurity compliance, cybersecurity compliance and risk management, software engineering and application development, VLSI, chip design, satellite communication engineering, T1, and real-time communication for the U.S. Navy military aircrafts. During his career, Mr. Kolaram served as an expert in senior management positions at the U.S. Department of Defense in cybersecurity areas such as security engineering, cyber compliance enforcement, policy development, and cyber workforce development. And he received one of the highest and prestigious service awards, namely the Distinguished Service Award for the 2021. And it's rare to see a person so busy in engaged and engaged in so much of technical work day in and day out and throughout the day. Also to have an additional side of contributing to the literature and the Sahityamu. He has been one of the front runners in promoting Telugu Sahityamu, Telugu Padya Rachana, as well as previously has had a lot of stints of participating in on the theater in the US in various Natakamudu. Particularly in 2017, he started the most important Manthani Padyasadhana Vrindamu, through which a lot of people have been brought back to recalling their school level learning of Padyamulu and then revive from the beginning, from the fundamentals, and start writing a lot of Chandopata Padyamulu and then even a lot of Shatakamalu. It's a rare achievement for him. His humble nature, down-to-earth nature, and then the tendency to help everybody without any expectation in return is what actually led to many join that group and then get trained by him. And he has won several recognitions and awards. His Shishas gave several awards and several birudus for him, titles for him in the Padyasadhana group. Based on these literary contributions, he was bestowed with titles such as Padya Guruvu, Padya Shiksha Shiromani, Telugu Association of Telugu Association of North America Award for the 2019, American Telugu Academy Puraskaramu for 2022, and Delhi Telugu Academy Pratibha Puraskaramu. So if I continue to give all the accounts of many other accomplishments he has made, it'll be a lot of time. So with a heartfelt namaskaramulu and appreciation to him, I welcome him and invite him to start his talk. Thank you, sir. Please take over the podium.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the warm welcome and introduction. Thank you, Srinivasa Prakash and Dr. Aruna.
Thank you, Srinivas Prakash, sir. I wish to add a small thing in addition to your introduction. That is, Siddhi Foundation had honored Sir Prakash Rao sir with Sahiti Sri. That became as a surname of Prakash Rao sir. Whenever we are writing his name, we are using Sahiti Sri Prakash Rao sir. So we could see the awards what he got at his backside, sir. So with his photo, one memento we could see, and many mementos we could see. So Siddhi Foundation got an opportunity to honor the moving encyclopedia, both technically and as you said, Srinivas sir, as Sahitya, inside in that side also, sir is a moving encyclopedia. Thank you so much, sir. We are very blessed to have you for today's session. Thank you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. In addition to Sahiti Sri Award, I also received from Siddhi Foundation Distinguished Engineer as well as Lifetime Achievement.
Lifetime achievement.
Thank you so much for recognizing the talent of not only me, but that of many, many people that you always do. Thank you so much. Good morning to those who joined from the US, and good evening to those who are from India. It's my distinct honor and pleasure to participate in this conference and share with you all my knowledge and extensive experience, I must say, in cybersecurity area. I started my cybersecurity area back in 2006, 2005 timeframe. So it's almost like 20 years now. Even before that, cybersecurity has been always there in the IT area as well as communications, intellectual property rights, and so forth throughout my career. Today, my topic of discussion is cybersecurity shortage in general and how the US government working with universities, colleges, training institutions, how they addressed it, and they are still addressing. It's a continuous thing. To alleviate the shortage in the cybersecurity workforce. So that's my topic of discussion today. Dr. Aruna Kumar, how much time I have for this? You're on mute.
Sir, you are having 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. I'll wrap it up in 1 hour and 15 minutes for questions and answers. People can also interrupt me in the middle briefly and ask any questions, no problem. I would like to make this interactive as much as possible. Thank you all. Let us take a ride. Fasten your seat belts. All right. I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if you are able to see my screen. No, not that one. Hold on.
At bottom, just one. Okay.
That's not the one. Hold on.
Sir, at the bottom of your PPT, an icon will be there just like a cup, sir. If you click on that, it will be full screen.
Right. I thought that's what I did, but give me 1 second. Oh,
Prakash, you might have shared the window. You have to probably share the entire screen, then only it shows the slideshow.
oh, maybe that one.
Entire screen has to be shared
Entire
instead of the
screen,
window.
entire screen.
Entire
Sir
screen?
already shared entire screen, sir, but sir is not making it full screen. Sir, at the bottom of right hand side, there will be an icon, sir, in your PPT that will be just like, yeah. Yes, sir. It came, sir.
Came now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It came, sir. Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Give me a sec. Let me position myself. Welcome all to my presentation today on cybersecurity shortage, US government and educators' holistic solution. And I thank Siddhi Foundation for this opportunity. My name is Prakash Rao Kularam. I am a CISSP certified professional. That is highest certification in the cybersecurity area. It's considered as highest one. As I was introduced before, I hold a Bachelor of Engineering degree in Electronics and Communication from Osmania University and a Master's degree in Electrical and Computer Engineering from USA. I came to USA in 1976, so almost 50 years ago, when there were no desktop computers, no cell phones, just only IBM mainframe computers, mid computers, they were just coming up. I'm a certified CISSP and also ITIL. Previously, also, I was certified in CISM, that is the Certified Information Security Manager, and a PMP, that is the Project Management Professional. I am currently an advisor to Portos Strategies LLC in Fairfax, Virginia, USA. I'm honorary advisor to Sidvi Research and Scientific Foundation International. Also an honorary advisor to another organization in Mantani. It's called Mantani Vidyarthi Yuvata. My specialty is in cybersecurity workforce development, security engineering, policy development, compliance enforcement, exemptions, waivers. I'm retired from US Department of Defense just a few years ago with a Distinguished Service Award. I'm currently a freelance consultant, advisor to businesses, professionals, and students. I'm a writer, author, and a speaker as well. As you can see, previously I have given cybersecurity topics, speeches at BITS Pilani, Hyderabad campus, facilitated and organized by Dr. Regal Srinivasa Prakash, who is right now in the attendance, who introduced me to you all. I also gave lectures at MS Ramaya Institute of Technology, then Shivaji University, and so forth. I'll give an overview of the presentation, what I'll be talking about today. Cybersecurity countermeasures then and now. Cybersecurity workforce shortage statistics, global and also in the US. Holistic solution by US government and academia. So they are solving it. Is my screen advancing?
No, Prakash, no, it has to be looked into. So
It is not advancing. I kind of doubted that because I also got a screen opened on YouTube and it's not advancing. So, okay, let me start again. Hopefully this time it's going to work. I think it's coming up now.
Yes, now it's come.
It's coming now, right? All
Yes.
right. Let's leave it there. All right. Okay, I was giving an overview of today's presentation. I will talk about cybersecurity countermeasures, then and now. Then means in the past. Cybersecurity workforce shortage statistics, global and US. Holistic solution by US government and academia. National Centers for Academic Excellence in Cybersecurity.
ପଇସା
Designate
ଦେଇକି ମୁଣ୍ଡ କାଟ
security.
ପଡୁଛି ସରି
Some voice is coming. Please mute yourself. Designated cybersecurity programs of study, associate degrees, bachelor's, master's, doctoral curriculum, how it maps to the need of today. Then the NCAE, that is the National Cybersecurity Academic Excellence Program results. What are the results achieved? And how the program may be implemented in India and other countries. Then I will take questions and answers. You all know that way in the beginning, prior to Y2K time frame, I must say, there were no passwords, only multi-factor, no passwords and no multi-factor authentication as we have today. There was a clear text at the time. There is no encryption. Today, we encrypt every single thing. Even the Zoom that we are currently using, all this transmission is encrypted end to end. Even though there is no need, it became a necessity today, even though it's not required. We are not talking anything confidential. Still, it became a necessity because the bad guys out there. Enterprise security, strong security posture, firewalls, lockdown. These all we have today. Robust processes, risk management, supply chain management, and competent workforce. Today, this is a combination of all these things we need to have a robust enterprise cybersecurity, whether you are a university, a hospital, a bank, a private industry, manufacturing, anything. And this particular presentation focuses on competent workforce development to meet today's demand for cybersecurity professionals. Today, the cybersecurity threats, they're not limited only to information technology or websites. We have so many factories, power plants, chemical processing factories throughout the world. Then we have transportation, we have construction industry, then we have universities. All of these ones, they have vulnerabilities because they all use computers. You cannot imagine today any industry that does not use computers. And when you have computers, you have vulnerabilities. A lot of people think that cybersecurity is limited or the cyber attacks are limited to IT information systems. That's not true. For example, there is a truck going, as you can see on the screen here. There is a RFID and other controls, signals, communication that goes back and forth. Automatically, the driver doesn't do it. The systems do it. Somebody can get into those systems and make a mess. Same thing with power plants. We have seen so many incidents in the world where power plants, nuclear refinery plants, they have been, the uranium refinery power plants, we have seen them being hacked and even shut down. How many of you have seen this kind of message? For example, here I have recently, not too long ago, not just about 1 month back, I just took a screenshot and put it here. Hope you all can read it. Somebody hacked into my account and stole my picture from my profile and put my name, Kolaram, and then used a telephone number that's not mine. And he or she sent an email saying that, hey, something came up, and he sent it to about a dozen people in my WhatsApp groups. And he wrote something actually came up now and I need your help. So this person replied back, one of my members in my class, please tell me. They are thinking it's me, thinking I am in India at that time. Please tell me. Then the person replies back, I actually tried to transfer 30,000 rupees to someone now, but not going through. Can you help me transfer? I shall refund you back later in the day. You see that? This is just like, the person was masquerading me, asking. And in fact, this individual, he called the number, area code 412-512-20 ... whatever number it is. And that person was there and he was talking. Oh, actually that person didn't talk. Because if he talks, my student will know that that's not me, right? So he was not talking. He only replies. Here is my account number. Actually, he gave an account number in New Delhi, asking to transfer the money. Then, but the people, they are very smart these days. Throughout the world, it's happening that we do not transfer money without checking with the requester. So I received numerous calls, telephone calls, saying, hey, are you currently in India? What's happening? I got a request. Is that you? I just wanted to make sure before I transfer money to you. So many of you in the audience, I'm sure, received these kind of messages. So this is all cybersecurity. You see, so many people in the audience, you are not in IT area. You don't have to be in IT area today. You don't have to have a huge IT computer system to be hacked. That clearly shows that we need cybersecurity experts in big numbers. Let's look at cybersecurity then and now. 2023 report, 24 report is not out yet. Nearly 33 billion accounts were predicted to be breached. Every 14 seconds, a company falls victim to a ransomware attack. A ransomware attack is one that where a perpetrator enters into system and encrypts all the data. That is your name, your bank account information, the whole thing. And then contacts a bank saying that, hey, I encrypted all your data. So none of your customers, they can withdraw money, they cannot see their accounts, you'll be out of business. You give me 50 crore rupees, 100 crore rupees, then I will decrypt it back. That's a ransomware attack. They are very common today. Only a fraction of them, they come into the light. Majority of the ransomware attacks, they are kept secret, because if a bank goes out publicly and says, oh, I have this attack, people start worrying, they withdraw the money from the bank. So they just keep quiet and pay the money to the attacker, unfortunately. So, and another one is 560,000 new pieces of malware are detected every day. $32,000 per second is an average damage last year. And these facts are derived from Federal Bureau of Investigation, USA, their website. Anybody interested, they can go to their website and look at more statistics. They even give country by country. Even India, in UK, Ghana. The reason I'm mentioning these countries is because they're in the audience. There may be more other countries also. So if you go to this website, you'll be able to get more information specific to your country and also global. This kind of adverse situation and the damage, security breaches, is requiring more and more qualified cybersecurity professionals. There is a global shortage of over 4 million cybersecurity professionals in the world. In the US alone, there is a shortage of 457,398. This is so specific because it's gathered with a lot of studies, research. So, how to address this problem? So, in the United States, there are two organizations, government organizations, US Department of Homeland Security and National Security Agency. Pardon me, I have it reverse here. National Security Agency, they are the sponsor, and US Department of Homeland Security, they are the co-sponsor. I apologize, I have that reversed here. So these two government agencies taking a lead, working with colleges, universities, and training institutes and certification agencies. They established national centers of academic excellence in cybersecurity, which comprises of a 2-year college program that is called community college in the United States. They offer a 2-year degree leading to bachelor program. So 2-year college programs, undergraduate programs, graduate programs. I know that in India, bachelor degree is called graduate program and master's is called postgraduate. But in the US, bachelor degree is called undergraduate master's and doctoral, they are called graduate programs. So with this in place, what did they achieve? Well, let's take a look at it. That gives a perspective. Back in 1999, as I said in the beginning of my speech, I said year 2000 Y2K time, and that's what basically it is. At that time, I remember very well, I was a developer using a Power Builder, developer and also project manager, developing client server systems using a Power Builder, object-oriented design and so forth. At that time, prior to that, our system, they didn't even have username password. Whoever can, well, there is a building, the building has a fence, there is a security guard outside to stop any unauthorized person to get into building, and that's enough. And once anybody inside the building, you are considered trusted. So literally anybody can walk to anybody else's computer, open it up and look at the files. That's the way it used to be. And then at that time came username passwords in 1999. Well, when I say username passwords came to most of the systems, there are several systems they already had username password encryption and all that. These are all the defense communications and national security and all that. They had it for a long time. So in 1999, they started a program, and at that time there were only 7 designated institutions, only in 5 states in the United States. And in 2004, in 2001, DoD Cyber Scholarship Program came. That is, Department of Defense established scholarships for those who go to these college universities and get college degrees in cybersecurity area. And then they established, so in the beginning, it was only National Security Agency, and then later on, Department of Defense joined the bandwagon. Then Department of Homeland Security became part of it. They became co-sponsor. And it went on. And then by 2019, there were 313 designated institutions in 48 states. In a matter of how many? 10 years, 20 years. 20 years. From 7, it went all the way to 313. Now, today in 2025, beginning of this year, there are 429 educational institutions in this program. So you can see the outcome. And a lot of the graduates who graduated from these universities with a structured education, they were offered good jobs, not only in the government, but in the industry also. High-paying jobs, more job opportunities, because their education was directly tailored to the need of the industry and government. Shared governance is part of this program, where all the universities who participate in that, they got to share their information, what courses they are offering, how they are meeting the requirement, what kind of courses they are giving, labs, projects, thesis. They got to share it with the community to help other universities also. And the focus of these programs is workforce, because the essential reason that this program was initiated was to produce more cybersecurity professionals who can graduate and come to the industry and start working. Historically, if you look back, when I transitioned from my when I transitioned into cybersecurity in 2006, I didn't have any formal cybersecurity education, coursework, labs, and all that, because I already had experience of 20 years. Most of my training, most of my knowledge I picked up while working on the job training. While working, I pick up experience in cybersecurity as I go. That's historically. That cannot be applied today. And cybersecurity professionals generally evolve from IT position just like me. Not fully knowledgeable to handle issues upon employment. When I started my first cybersecurity job, I didn't know. I didn't know many things. I had no clue. Because I didn't have formal education. Nobody taught me. I never took a course. It just there happened to be a job opening, which I just I requested the manager, and they, oh yeah, sure, you are a good employee, you have good work ethics. I'll give the opportunity to you. That's not true anymore. So right now, to address that problem, because we need ready-made cybersecurity professionals upon graduation who have sufficient knowledge, who can understand a risk, who can understand a penetration, what is it? Who can understand what is encryption? That's what we need today. So these national centers of excuse me. The national centers of academic excellence, they have formal and structured education in cybersecurity and prepares students to start working in cybersecurity day one. Here are the government agencies and their roles in the United States. You can map this similarly to the country where you are from. I'm sure in India, for example, there are equivalent government agencies at the central level as well as state level as applicable. If not, these functions, they got to be carried out by some government agency to take initiative. So in the United States, we have NIST, National Institute of Standards and Technology. And they have a program called NICE, National Initiative on Cyber Education. They define 7 categories and 62 roles and enumerate knowledge and skills needed for each role. For example, if you are a database systems administrator, what kind of job responsibilities you have, what kind of knowledge that you must have, and so forth. National Security Agency, they have National Cryptological School and Homeland Security. These are the NSA is the sponsor and Homeland Security is co-sponsor. They oversee and administer the program for effectiveness. They interact with the universities through their program offices throughout the country, about 50 program offices. And they assist universities in establishing coursework. They provide the guidelines. They evaluate what courses they are offering to make sure they're aligned with the job roles and responsibilities which are needed when a student graduates. Then there is Federal Bureau of Investigation. This is equivalent to in India, it's called Central Investigative, something like that. FBI, their thing is within the United States, they carry the investigations. In India, they're called the CID, right? I'm not sure what it stands for, but anybody can say what is the CID stands for?
CBI.
CBI.
Central Bureau of
Central
Investigation.
Bureau of Investigation.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes, true. Yeah.
Yes. Central Bureau of Investigation, that is same as the functionality, same as FBI in India, in the US. And another partner is US. Well, the reason the FBI is there is because they're more interested in cyber crimes, forensics, that kind of a thing. And there are some universities and the military academies in the US which offer cyber crimes curriculum specialized in that. And they provide the investigation, they provide the knowledge, skills in how to handle, for example, evidence. Because when an evidence is transferred from one hand to other hand, that must be documented and protected, saved. So they teach such things and also how forensics work. Whereas a typical university may not focus that heavily on forensics, but FBI need is that. So they fund the universities, they give scholarships, they give opportunities to students to come there to FBI and work in the summer holidays. They provide internship while students are working. That way, when they graduate, they can directly go to FBI and start working and produce results. Similar to that is US Department of Defense, where I used to work. I used to also work on these scholarships, research and training initiatives, and setting aside funds, giving incentives even to employees as part of the retainer programs to retain the employees. US Department of Defense, they establish scholarships, research and training initiatives they provide. They give grants to universities to do research in specific areas. Some of them, they are highly classified, which require clearances by the students and faculty. And some of them, they don't. If it is a fundamental research, there's no need for clearance because that needs to be publicized eventually. And then National Science Foundation, they fund educational research at the participating colleges. All these government agencies, or actually any government agency, they have their own jurisdictions, what they can do, what they cannot do. Same thing in India too. So each agency, they got their own mission, their own needs. They have to make sure that they have enough workforce to make sure that their programs run smoothly and provide services to the citizens and the country, and with the national security in mind. As I said before, US NIST, NIST, I know that in the audience we have Dr. Regal Surya Prakash. Did you work with NIST or interact with them?
Yeah, I had the opportunity to work at the NIST in 1998 as a guest researcher in the design technologies, engineering design technologies group of manufacturing systems integration division. I was working on a very narrow project. Narrow means very specialized project, which was clearly identified. At that time, it was called NAMT, National Advanced Manufacturing Test Bed, where we were looking at the manufacturing of electromechanical systems and how to transport them from one department to the other department, where they are very sensitive to the environmental conditions. So we designed one artifact transport system for such technologies, which are manufactured by very advanced technologies like um, atomic deposition. We can see the atoms getting deposited, thermal evaporation coating, and such technologies. When we make sensitive products, how to transport them. So that was a great experience being at NIST, Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Yes. Excellent, excellent. Anybody else in the audience who worked on a NIST project or interacted with NIST at any levels? Okay. By the way, for those of you who don't know Dr. Srinivas Prakash, he's with BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. He's a professor and also dean of mechanical engineering. Thank you for sharing your experience, Dr. Surya Prakash. So NIST, they're in the business of establishing standards in the United States. They do that. So they were tasked to come up with a cybersecurity workforce framework to address nationals' cybersecurity shortage problem. So they came up with this model where there are 7 categories. If you take the whole industry, any cybersecurity professional will fall into 7 categories. One is investigate, collect, operate. I'm reading from these building blocks, as you all can also read it. Investigate, collect and operate, protect, defend, analyze, operate and maintain, overseeing and govern, securely provision. These are the 7 categories. You take any cybersecurity person, they fall into one of these categories or sometimes overlapping with another category. And then what they did is, under each category, again, there are work roles. Under investigative, there are incident response, vulnerability assessment management. They are the two. Like this, everyone operate and maintain, for example, O&M. O&M, a typical O&M role is customer service, technical support, data administration, knowledge management, network services, system administration, system audit. So these are the things that functions in the O&M category. So like this, then there got to be a category for leadership, senior level positions, cybersecurity management, executive cyber leadership, legal advice, program project management. These are all heavy positions. They're all overseeing and governing. They deal with the planning, they deal with the funding required, they deal with the policy changes, approving a system to operate or take out a system. If a system is not secured, it's very dangerous. Remove the system, bring it down, fix it, then bring it up. So you got to have someone to make decisions, and that is overseeing and governing. So like this, they came up with these 52 roles. The reason I'm saying is these 52 roles, they map into courses, bachelor degree in cybersecurity, PhD in cybersecurity, an associate degree in cybersecurity. Those courses, they map to these ones. That's the reason. These building blocks are very, very important. These are the roles. So a student, when joins a program to pursue a bachelor degree, he or she got to be thinking, hey, what should I be doing, or what am I interested in when I graduate? After graduation, what kind of job I should take? They got to think. Well, if not in the first year, maybe second year. Because usually the first year, there are common subjects anyway, which I'll be talking in the next slide. And then comes specialization, taking more courses regarding whatever you want to do when you graduate. Somebody may be interested in analysis. Somebody may be interested in, I would like to work in infrastructure support development. I want systems administration. I want to work as a database developer. I want to work as a system administrator. I want to work in networking. That's very interesting to me. So depending on that, they can take courses. And here we go. This is the thing I was talking about. If you look at here, this is a top-down approach. Nice cybersecurity workforce framework, 7 categories, which I said before, correct? And then all this everything here got to work towards one of those 7 categories. Or maybe 1 or 2, okay, depends. Some of them, they even overlap. And then at the beginning is associate degree, bachelor's degree, master's degree, and doctoral degree. So these are the program types. And then everyone should take foundational courses. AU, there is a knowledge unit. Everybody got to take knowledge unit, you can say, is a course, one class. And then if you are in associates, bachelor's, master's, doctoral, it doesn't matter. You have to have the cybersecurity foundational courses. And then when it goes to next level, technical, look under objective driven. There is a technical core KUs, there's a knowledge unit, the non-technical, they are like risk management. Technical core again. There are 5 technical core courses, 5 non-technical courses, and then 3 more optional courses. If you pursue the technical, or even if you pursue the non-technical, that is 3 courses. So you have to have minimum these knowledge unit in your syllabus. You got to have them. Minimum you have to have these ones. This is what the government looks for doing the designation or renewing their designation, renewing funds. They look for that. National Security Agency and Homeland Security, they have program officers. They review the compliance of the schools, how they are offering courses, how they are meeting the compliance. If, let us say, there is somebody who is coming from someone like me, for example, with a bachelor degree in electronics communication engineering, bachelor degree, but I want to do master's in cybersecurity. I can do that. So when I apply for a master's program, they look to see if I have the foundational courses, if I have the technical core courses, which are required for bachelor degree. If I don't have them, I have to take those courses as prerequisites to meet the criteria. Then I'll be able to take the master's level courses to finish my degree in master's. Any questions on this? I think it's the same thing in India too, I think. I don't know. Is it same thing in India? If somebody, let's say, has a bachelor degree in electronics and wants to pursue MS in a different field, they have to have the required foundational courses, correct? Is that right?
Yeah, it is right. So normally universities, premier universities do have programs where they invite students of a variegated disciplines and do additional courses before they enter into the core courses of the program and elective courses. So we had, for example, at the BITS Pilani, an ME program, Master of Engineering in Cybersecurity, for the candidates with the BSc, with the Math, Physics, and Chemistry. So we had instituted several additional courses as build-up courses before they get into actual cybersecurity course in the first year, and then second year beginning before entering into this cybersecurity specific courses. So yeah, so that's how here also it is done.
Okay, excellent. So it is same way for this one also, because a lot of times people they do bachelor's in one area, then they do master's in a different area. It is a common thing everywhere, because especially cybersecurity is multidisciplinary. And actually that helped me with my career extremely well, because I had my bachelor's in electronics engineering. I worked in microprocessors, computer design, T1 communications, satellite communication engineering. Then I moved on to software engineering, IT, databases, programming, and then I moved to cybersecurity. So when I got into cybersecurity, because of my interdisciplinary background, my experience in electronics, what goes on inside a laptop, chips, movement of electrons, and transistors, whatever, I can visualize it. I can clearly see. I can clearly,
Response and your
I can clearly articulate. I could, when I was working, I'm saying, at the Department of Defense. So when the problem articulation, explaining, I was going to the depths of the problem and describe. Interdisciplinary skills are extremely important, especially in cybersecurity. Okay, here let's take a deeper look at it. Foundational level, 3 courses. If you refer back to the previous slide where I was talking here, foundational, everyone should take it. That's foundational. Okay, that's what this is. Everybody should take it. IT systems component, cybersecurity foundation, cyber principles, CSP. Now, these are the 3 knowledge units. A particular school college may call it something else. That's okay. But are they covering cybersecurity foundation? Yes. Cybersecurity principles, are they covering? Yes. IT systems components. What are the various components of an IT system? Are they covering it? Yes. They may cover that in 3 courses. They can directly put these 3 as subjects in the course, or they may call it something else. They may even overlap these ones. No problem. As long as they cover them, you are good, and they have to document it. This is what all participating universities and colleges have to do that. And now comes the next level that's beyond the foundation that everybody should have. Now, a student can go to technical or non-technical. On the technical side, you have to have basic scripting and programming, basic networking, network defense, that is the firewalls, routers, their configuration, etc. Basic cryptography, operating system concepts. These are the 5 technical core knowledge units. Those who choose technical route, they have to take these ones. Somebody may not be that much keen on, I don't want to work in the technical area. I want to cyber security, but not in the technical area. I don't like cryptography. It is too boring. I don't like it. That's not what I want to become when I graduate. I want to become a security manager. All right, in that case, that student can take non-technical core KUs. They must take. What are they? Cyber threats, policy, legal, ethics and compliance, security program management, security risk analysis, security planning and management. These are all non-technical. Many people in the audience, they are thinking that cybersecurity is 100% technical. Oh my gosh. You got to be an IT, you got to be a computer engineer to do cybersecurity. That is not true. The earlier mentioned the foundational classes you have to take. They are technical, non-technical, they overlap, they are the foundation. But beyond that, you don't need to take anything. You don't need to take, you don't need to take cryptography. No, there's no need. You can take the non-technical path to become for example, a security program manager, so forth, which are equally paid, by the way. They're nothing less. It's only individual's interest. So some universities, they offer both technical as well as non-technical. Both they offer. That way, they can mix and match. Any questions on this? Okay. Over here, these are the required optional knowledge units, which are at the purple color. That is the final one, the last box at the top. There are 56 knowledge units there. And then advanced cryptography, fraud prevention, management, advanced algorithms, operating systems theory, operating systems administration, penetration testing, privacy, forensics, on and on and on. They're all various knowledge units or courses. There are 56 of them. The university has this much flexibility. Pick and choose from these ones. For example, a typical core knowledge units in a 2-year institution. There's a community college. In the US, we have what's called community college. And the community college admission requirement is 12 years. That is like maps to intermediate second year. That is the 12th grade in the US. So the requirement to get into a 2-year college is 12 years of post-secondary education. So in India, what do we have like that? We have bachelor degree, BSc, BA, BCom, right? They're all 3-year programs.
Yeah, we don't have 2-year programs in India. We have a 3-year after 10 plus 2. There are
10 plus 2 we have, right? There is a diploma, right?
The 10 plus 2 is an intermediate junior college degree, junior college certification.
Right.
Otherwise, there is a technical 3-year diploma after 10th. Instead of going to 10 plus 2, the 10th pass outs can go for 3-year diploma in engineering, primarily engineering disciplines.
Correct.
More recently in computer science also, and then they can enhance from there, creating a 4-year BS program after 3-year engineering or 3.5-year engineer BS program.
Right. So it is similar setup here, except that in the US you got to finish 12 years before going to a 2-year college, whereas in India right now it is only 10th grade SSC, right? After SSC, people go to diploma, right?
Yeah, they can go to diploma too. That's a little faster.
Well, yeah. Right. So in that system, we have that one. In any event, India may consider, I mean, in India, it may be considered to incorporate this kind of model either into, better to put it in the diploma, not the diploma, better to put in the BSc program, 3-year program, because in the intermediate, they do study the required mathematics, and so forth in the 2 years of intermediate, mathematics or English writing skills or whatever needed. Because at 10th, maybe they might not have covered so many subjects by 10th. So that needs to be addressed and looked at, just to make sure that what's needed is covered in the 10th class or in intermediate. That needs to be looked at and accordingly mapped how to do that. So in a typical 2-year institution here in the US, there are so many of the 2-year college degree community colleges are in this program. Typical courses here, they are cybersecurity foundations, cybersecurity principles, IT system components, basic cryptography, basic networking, basic scripting, programming, network defense, operating system concepts, cyber threats, cybersecurity planning and management, policy, legal, ethics, compliance, security program management, security risk analysis. These are the 13 KUs, a typical 2-year or associate degree offering colleges they cover. And most of these 2-year colleges, they offer associate degrees leading to a bachelor degree. They can transfer all the courses, all the credit hours earned into a bachelor program.
If I may add, Professor, so those who have 10+2, they can have a lateral entry into the diploma program in India, directly into the second year. So they spend only effectively 2 years, as we were saying, and get the diploma in engineering. If they have 10+2, those who have only 10th, they have to do 3 years of diploma.
Oh, okay. Got it. So again, going back to where we started, in the beginning, I said this program started in 1999 by National Security Agency. Their job is to make sure that the infrastructure is protected, the power grids, airlines, transportation, banks, the railway systems. I mean, these are the hospital, medical systems, what's needed by the citizens, the infrastructure needed by citizens of a country. So that is the mission of National Security Agency, and protect also the military. So they started this one for workforce necessity, for their own need, only for their own need they started it. Then it was realized by Department of Defense that, hey, we also need cybersecurity folks, who are good at this. When they graduate, they can come and join. So why don't we offer some scholarship programs? So today also at DOD, there are scholarship programs. If anybody wants to go to a bachelor degree or a master's degree, whatever, PhD, DOD, Department of Defense, pays all the expenses. In addition, they also pay a stipend. That way you are 100% covered. It is just that after you graduate, you got to go to Department of Defense and work. For the number of years they supported you, you need to work. Let us say that they supported your education for 3 years. All right, you got to go and work for 3 years. If they supported, let us say you are in your bachelor's and master's program for 6 years, fine. After you graduate with your master's degree, you got to go and work for 6 years with them. So the number of years of support they gave you, you have to go and give them that many years of service, and they pay you very well. They don't take advantage. They don't pay you less because they gave you money before. And later on, in 2010, they added the 2-year community colleges, which I was talking about. 2-year community colleges, they added in 2010, saying that, hey, we have been supporting only bachelor's and master's and PhD programs. Let's also support the 2-year community colleges. They did that. And prior to that, in 2008, FBI, they came into picture. Intelligence agencies, they are more involved in intelligence analysis, forensics, crimes, and so forth. They joined. And then in 2016, National Institutes of Standards and Technology, NIST, their NICE program that came into picture in 2016. That way they can standardize it for all the cyber workforce in the entire country, not only for the government, entire country. So if there is a student that graduates with a particular degree, they can say that, okay, this is I graduated from a designated university, and they just have to say, this is what I completed. They know the coursework they completed, the assignment, the tests they were given, the knowledge they were given, the field work, hands-on experiments and all that. They know that they completed it. So they are more inclined to take. Let us say if there is anybody graduating from a non-accredited or non-designated, I should say, non-designated university, well, they offered, whatever courses they wanted to offer. Still, they want to call it a degree in cybersecurity. We don't know what kind of courses they taught. I rather prefer the one who graduated from this. And then in 2019, there were 313 designated institutions. And today in 2015, there are 429 designated ones in this program getting benefited. So this way, this is how the United States government and universities, they worked together to come up with this program to alleviate the cybersecurity shortage. Here are additional references. I would be more than happy to give this PowerPoint presentation to Dr. Aruna Kumari, and she will post it at the website. Anybody interested, they can further go there or send me an email. My email is over here. If you have any specific questions, or if your university is considering adapting this model or looking to it, I would be more than happy to assist in any way I can. Now I will take any questions and answers. Please feel free to ask any questions.
The web presentation has been presented here, included the talk questions. So already the time has passed. It is about 1.5 hours. So probably please limit your questions. That is what maintaining time is also equally important. And my only one comment is, I strongly believe cybersecurity cannot stand alone as a course. It is only like a certificate. It's a supporting. It can play a great supporting role rather than itself blindfolded. I mean, a lot of times, even when the programming scheme, they say, Microsoft will have certification. That is enough for us. We don't care about a degree. This is exactly what is happening. These cyber security, whatever Dr. Kolaram has proposed, most of them look like continuing educational training type of things. I mean, that's my personal opinion. But now, already in every subject it is taught, they include the security. But having said that, I respect his wisdom. And what he has said is a great point to be noted for both in the academia as well as industry, because right now that is the most important for the management to maintain their intellectual property rights. That is my comment.
Yes, sir. I will shed some light on that. The required knowledge units which I talked about here, they must be included in the curriculum, but in addition to that, there are other things are there, mathematics, English writing, there are other courses are there. So this is a minimum courses they must have. That proves that when a student graduates with a bachelor degree or associate degree or master's degree, they have the required knowledge to start the job, rather than depending on other employees to learn from, like on the job training. So that's what this program is about. And I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Appa Yoshua Srinivasarao Garu, because when first Aruna Kumari Garu approached me about giving a lecture today, I said, oh my gosh, this is a faculty development. I'm not a professor or a lecturer or anything at a university. What is there for me to teach? Oh my gosh, no, this is not for me. That I withdrew. Then Dr. Srinivas Rao talked to me. He said, I have seen your previous your cybersecurity presentations. They were workforce development and so forth. And he helped me relate to relate the knowledge I could share here. I said, wow, you know what? I actually worked in that area in the workforce development. And that was only a piece of a puzzle that I worked at Department of Defense. And today, and that gave me an opportunity to take a look at the bigger picture and do a lot of research in that area and learn and present here. Any more questions here?
Thank you so much, sir. I request audience side, please ask any questions from your side, or anybody wish to interact, Professor Kolaram, sir, it is welcome.
I have one comment. The way Mr. Kolaram has presented is really a fantastic approach. We have been, with the SIDWI, we have been planning to have a series of courses in cybersecurity. In fact, he presented the detailed way is really applicable for a continual long-term, like a one-day course. See, I mean, I am not criticizing on any basis. And what I'm saying is the way he presented in detail, that can only represent, or the audience, the stage will be good to have a long one-day course or whatever with some few breaks. This will provide in-depth ins and outs of cybersecurity. Here, what I'm saying is 1 hour, because the other participant will be waiting. So that was the reason I was just a little bit concerned. Except that one, because at some stage I wondered how many strikes you are going to have. So this one probably SIDWI do one day with you with a special lecture for whole day of 5 or 6, because you gathered quite a bit of area, and which is important. In fact, I was amazed to see about 50 people already logged in to listen to your lecture, which is really, really great. And from the audience point of view also, they realize it is important. It is only a positive comment, not a
Right.
negative
Thank you.
way. I intended it.
Anybody
the
here, how many in the audience, they are in the cybersecurity area? I'm sorry. How many here are in the cybersecurity area in the audience? At least related to it, one way or the other.
Please text him, because all cannot say. Please text. You are in.
Well,
You are in.
Actually,
yeah,
here,
raise your hand. Raise your hands. Literally speaking, I can say that you are all in cybersecurity area because you are using a computer to participate in the Zoom. So you are, in a way, part of the cyber security. And most of you are in the academia. So if your university is considering aligning the coursework with job opportunities when they graduate, specific job opportunities, and focuses on and is it taking initiative? I appreciate. If you let me know, I'm more than happy to give a helping hand. I understand there are no more questions. There is something here in the chat. Okay, that's not a question. And one thing, please remember that cybersecurity is a multidisciplinary. It's not just only IT, or it's not just only technical. It's not. You don't need to be expert in mathematics. You don't need to be expert in electronics. Just only you do have, just keep that in mind, that it's not something scary. A lot of people think that cybersecurity means you got to be an engineer. You got to be an electronic engineer to work in it. That's not true. Having said that, since there are no questions from the audience, please feel free to send me questions after the conference. I really appreciate this opportunity. Thank you very much.
I request all the participants, those who are interested to interact with the sir, it is welcome for 5 minutes. And Prakash Rao sir, we are having one more session at the end of this FDP last day. On the day, all the speakers are will be there, and all the speakers will be assembled for 30 minutes, last 30 minutes. So as to available to all the participants, if they got any doubt later on also, they will be noting, and we can clarify on that day also.
Okay, sure, certainly.
Anybody else who wish to talk for some time, for 5 minutes? Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful speech. And this is the our one should know about this cyber security, and they must be all must be aware of this cyber security, because many cyber crime is happening in the day-to-day life, and all the people, including me, also one of the sufferer regarding this cyber crime. All the time we are getting some fake calls also. So one must have this knowledge of cyber security. So today you had enlightened a lot, all of us, with your great lecture. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And with the permission of both of the stalwarts from USA, I wish to move to the next next session of this today, day 2 FDP program. In this juncture, I request Dr. Bhartajyoti ma'am to introduce our session 2 speaker, Sindhu ma'am. I request Bhartajyoti ma'am, Dr. Bhartajyoti, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, Maristella College, Vijayawada. Bhartajyoti ma'am, are you there? Just give me a couple of seconds, sir. I'll be calling. I request Sindhu ma'am. Sindhu ma'am, are you ready with your talk, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, thank you so much.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Bhartajyoti ma'am, please go ahead because the speaker.
Yeah, internet inconvenience made the trouble, ma'am.
Yes,
thank you very much.
Ma'am, please introduce our speaker, ma'am. I request Dr. Bhartajyoti ma'am to please introduce our day 2 session 2 speaker, Sindhu ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. It's my privilege to introduce our resource person, Srimati Sindhu, or Professor of Commerce, presently working at Department of Commerce, Government Victoria College, Palakkad, Kerala State, India. She has 7 years of teaching experience and 8 years of banking experience to her credit. Her area of research interests are focused on human resource management, organizational behavior, and spiritual management. She has presented 9 papers in both national and international seminars, conferences, attended 8 workshops, 17 international conferences, and 26 national
Your voice is not coming properly.
Bhartajyoti ma'am, your voice is not properly audible, ma'am. Okay. Thank you so much, Mrs. Sindhu ma'am, for accepting our invitation as a resource person. And we hope your delightful lecture will enlighten all the gathering.
Can you hear me?
The Drona Doctrine, a master strategy blueprint for holistic educational paradigm. Over to you, Sindhu ma'am. Please go ahead with your presentation.
Thank you,
Is it
ma'am.
clear?
Thank you, Raghu, ma'am. And with immense pleasure and privilege, I am here to discuss about the drone doctrine. and it's to present ancient Indian scripture that is the epic of the world, Mahabharata. And Drona is a character of Mahabharata, and he's a teacher also.
I'm sorry to say your
And
voice,
for
Sindhu ma'am, your voice is not
Yes, ma'am.
properly audible, ma'am. Could you please check once?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, now it is okay?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes. It's my present before you, drawn doctrine. First of all, we shall see regarding the ancient Indian script Mahabharata. Vyas Jagat Sarvam. That is a Sanskrit dictum. It right, and it is
ఈ రోజు 9 నూరు వేసి కదా
it's written by the Indian state.
Ma'am, please send your PPT to me. I'll be presenting here, and you please log out and log in again, ma'am, because your voice is not at all clear, ma'am. You please log in from another device.
Is audible? I don't know, ma'am.
No, ma'am, your voice is not audible. Could you please log in from your mobile and please send me
No,
your
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Is it audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Okay, first of all, Guru Dronacharya. Who is Dronacharya?
Ma'am,
That is, he is
your
a
presentation is
royal.
not there. Ma'am, your slides are not there. Could you please able to send your presentation to me? I'll present over here.
Okay.
You please share to my WhatsApp, ma'am. I'll be presenting here.
Okay.
Sindhu ma'am, is there any problem?
No, ma'am, it is correct, ma'am.
Could you please share your PPT to me? I'll be presenting over here. You can explain, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
I sent a hi message to you, ma'am. You just share your PPT to me, ma'am, in my WhatsApp.
Yes.
Meanwhile, to make this time constraint, I wish to show our journal, which is going to be published all your articles very soon. Those who are interested to send your articles to this International Journal of Science, Engineering, Arts and Management. It is our website of this journal, and all the details have been given in this, the journal name, and here we are waiting for ISSN number, and this is a biannual multidisciplinary journal, and we are about to publish in the language of English, and subjects all domains, including like science, engineering, arts and management, and linguistics also, which comes under arts. And this has been, actually, it has been established in 2024, but for getting ISSN number, the application has gone as established year of this journal is 2025. And this is our logo, which has been got trademark certificate also for this logo. And here we are having editorial board advisory and archives also. And already we had given volume 1, and in that volume 1 we had given issue 1. Even though many more articles we got from our previous conferences, but as far as now for ISSN concern, we had kept 13 articles only in our website, and all these have been published. For your reference, I am showing one of the article. Here, this is our format, paper format, and those who are interested, you can send in Word format itself. We'll make the required format, and we'll keep it in the journal website. And here, we are about to give this ISSN number once after receive the number from the ISSN office. And here, if you could able to click this, again, it will go for journal home page. And only thing, you must concentrate on the plagiarism, and it should be below 20%. More than that, we are not accepting the papers. And here, article info also, we are giving article history when we had received, when accepted, and when it has been published like that. So all the article history we are about to give here itself. So all these things we are making very keen and very cautious. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share something regarding our journal. Thanks a lot. Sindhu ma'am, are you ready, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, I got it now. And
Yes.
yeah, I'll be presenting here, ma'am. Just give me some time.
Okay.
Please let me know whether my screen is visible. Ma'am, please let me know whether my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, dear academicians, we already seen the regarding Dronacharya, the master guru of both Pandava and Kauravas. And here, the system followed for the teaching by Dronacharya as Gurukula system of teaching, where the students used to, or students, they are normally called as Shishyas. Shishyas normally reside in the Guru's home, and they live with Guru for an extended period. Sometimes it may take years, immersing themselves in a holistic learning environment. They are not permitted to go to their home till their studies are complete. And the Guru Shishya relationship at that time was really very close relationship between Guru and Shishya, and it was deeply personal, built on mutual respect and also dedication. And the Guru provided academic instructions and also moral, spiritual, and personal development. The instructions is based. The Guru provided instructions for morality and also spirituality. And a holistic education pattern was followed in Gurukula system of education, where all the broad areas are connected, and an all-round development of the student, physically, mentally, and spiritually, is inbuilt in the Gurukula system of education. It often included Vedic studies and scriptures, that is a base knowledge for all the living being, and philosophy and spirituality is included, mathematics is included, science and medicine related education is provided, art and craft education is provided, and for princes, the physical education and warfare education is also provided. And all this education is mainly based on the ethics and moral values. And the Gurukula system of education has a base on learning by doing. All the activities are performed by the Shishyas. Even the household activities of the Gurus have been carried out by Shishyas to bring the firewood for cooking for the kitchen, and they'll be serving the Guru Patnis as their mothers. Likewise, all the living areas and living things have been clubbed into the education system. and oral tradition was followed in the Gurukula system of education, where normally by memorizing the slogans, memorizing the knowledge, they will be imparting knowledge, and personalized learning is provided in
I request
the
Sindhu
Gurukula.
ma'am. Sindhu ma'am, please
Ma'am?
let me know when I need to go move for next slide. Please instruct me to go to next like that, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. This is the third slide, ma'am. Gurukula Vidyabhyas.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then a personalized learning is followed in Gurukula Vidyabhyasam. That is, according to the caliber of students, according to the skill of students, knowledge will be imparted. And a nature-centric learning is there in Gurukula Vidyabhyasa. That is, learning is connected to the nature, to the environment, and to the Prakriti at large, to the universe at large. And a discipline and self-control is maintained in Gurukula system of teaching, and also equality is the base principle of Gurukula system of Vidyabhyasa. This is the overall picture of how Gurukula Vidyabhyasa is carried out. Gurukula system of education is carried out in by Dronacharya and in our ancient Indian teaching methodologies. Ma'am, next slide.
Yes, ma'am.
Then we
Yes,
shall see. Okay.
ma'am, please go ahead, ma'am.
Okay. Then why Drona doctrine to contemporary education? Why we are putting together the Drona doctrine to our contemporary set of or contemporary methodology of education. That is a traditional curriculum we followed till now often operates in an isolated subject areas. And I'm a commerce teacher, and here only commerce subjects are dealt with. And if a commerce students want to move on to politics or manage a company, some politics will be there. So public administration is not provided with commerce subjects. So here, Drona methodology follows a holistic form of education where silos are replaced by synergy. That is, isolated subject areas are clumped together according to the caliber of the students, according to the that is Shishyas. And the next thing is the connection, relevance, and deeper understanding of the student is missing in the contemporary system of education, where Guru has, or the teacher has not directly connected to the students. The teacher couldn't understand the students properly because of the system of education, and the students struggle to see how different subjects relate to each other, so that the education can be applied to the real life situation and the practical application that is effectively possible. Here is a call for synergy, that is a holistic approach that is moving towards interconnected learning, that is a holistic system of education. And to explore this educational philosophies, we are connecting the Drona's teaching with the contemporary system of education, that is to make it interdisciplinary, learner-centric, according to the needs of the learner, which are providing, or we are trying to provide education. Next slide. Now we will see the Drona doctrine. How Dronacharya used to taught his students, his Shishyas very well, and all the administration, all the medicines, all the mathematics, all the livelihood, and also the warfare has been ethics, and also the morality that has been clubbed together, and according to the taste of the students, it is imparted. And Drona is a metaphor, a revered teacher in the Mahabharata, not just a military instructor, but a master strategist of holistic development. And his approach to education is, that is, even that was in a specific context, even before 5,000 years ago, Vyasa constructed this Mahabharata. But we can apply that principles, we can resonate that principles with the modern curriculum. That is, one innovative curriculum can be built over comprising of or connecting the Drona doctrine to contemporary system of education. Now we will see how Drona doctrined the teaching methodologies. That is the apt teaching methodology or tailor-made teaching methodology for all the students. That is, for individual students, a separate tailored methodology will be used by Drona. How it is possible? We will see with the 5 categories or 5 specialities, peculiarities of Drona. First of all, individualized learning. That Guru-Shishya relationship is purely individualized. The each and every skill and peculiarities of the individuals or the Shishyas is studied by Drona. Then the bond between the teacher and students was central, fostering a personalized and supporting learning environment to the student. That is, whatever the student wishes to study, whatever the taste the student possesses, that will be studied according to the that will be taught to the student. That is, to the Pandavas and Kauravas, he tailored his instructions accordingly. And how Drona is able to structure or the cultivate or construct a teaching methodology to the individual student is that that is a unique strength and inclination by employ a fit teaching methodology for all the students. That is, for instance, he has recognized Arjuna's natural talent in archery. So he taught archery to Arjuna, and also the divine weapons were provided to Arjuna. So here, specialized learning is provided to Arjuna. At the same time, Arjuna is a prince. So he is imparted with the knowledge of administration and Nyaya Shastra, Niti Shastra, everything to him. And Bhishma, according to his physique, that is physical strength, he is provided with another weapon. And to Yudhishthira, he is the ultimate emperor, the forthcoming emperor of the state, of the Bharata Rajya. So he is provided with righteousness and wisdom. And his Drona's intellect is evident in his ability to neatly observe and understand the unique strength and potential of each of his disciplines. That is, Arjuna's natural talent and in archery, Bhishma's immense physical strength and Yudhishthira's wisdom, and the Sahateva and Nagula, both of them have been provided with medical education, and also relating to the weapons were provided to both of them. And the human nature and individual capabilities of each of the students is analyzed, and accordingly the knowledge is provided to the students. And the highlight was he used to observe deeply each and every behavior, each and every activity of the students was observed deeply by Drona, and superficial, it's not actually superficially, not biased, but paid close attention to the inherent skill and tendencies, and the potentials were analyzed. That is, he could foresee honed and developed into significant strength. And individual differences between the Shishyas were deeply understood by Drona. That is, each student had a unique path to mastery and didn't try to import a uniform approach what we are doing in our modern education and also the traditional education. Modern education is so far it is interdisciplinary, but even now it lacks that student teacher bondage, and the needs of the student is not fully understood by the teacher, and we are not in a system to provide an education according to the needs of the student. This insightful assessment of the Dronas relating to his students' distinct qualities underscores his sharp intellect and skill as a teacher who could tailor his guidance based on individual potential. He pushed each student according to their capacity and nurtured their specific skills. Arjuna received intense training in archery, and he was the world's number one divine weapons used man in archery. That is Drona's specific identification of Arjuna as a master or skill capable of using archery in the warfare. Then next is the interdisciplinary approach or the integrated curriculum used by Dronacharya. Here, education was not confined to academic subjects, but also physical training, arts, and moral instruction, even including yoga, is provided in the Gurukula system of education. And here, the teaching actually implicitly incorporated elements of morality, ethics, leadership, and the understanding of the societal dynamics also. Now we will go on to the next slide. Okay. Then next is experiential learning. That is, education was not confined to the academic subjects only, as we already seen. That is, it also included physical training, arts, and moral instructions provided, and also for the individualized characteristics of the students. Here, practical application was also given that much importance in the same level as to theory education. That is, his teaching was not purely theoretical. He often devised practical tests also, and also scenarios, lifetime scenarios, to ensure his students could apply their learned skills in real world situations. The incidents of retrieving a ball from the well using a chain of grass blades demonstrate his ingenuity in teaching and also problem solving. That is, the incidents was like this. That is, one day when the princes were playing, Yudhishthira's ball fell into a deep well. The princes tried their best to retrieve the ball using their strength and various means, but all their effort proved futile. They were disheartened and approached Drona for help. And Drona, instead of simply reaching into the well or suggesting a common solution like using a rope or bucket to take back the ball, but he demonstrated a remarkable display of ingenuity. That is, he picked some strong blades of darba, a sort of grass. That is, it's a tough grass often used in rituals, and he then chanted some sacred mantras, and using his knowledge of physics and also perhaps a little bit of divine grace, threw the first blaze into the grass blade into the well. It stuck on the ball. He then threw another blade, then which was attached itself to the end of the first, then continued this process, created a chain of glass blades. Finally, using the makeshift chain, Dronacharya skillfully pulled the ball out of the well. And this incident was not just about retrieving a lost toy. It served a powerful lesson for the princess in several ways. The Dronacharya himself acts as a model to his students, to his shishyas, to how to overcome a troublesome or a warfare-like situation in using our common sense and also practical application of the theoretical knowledge. Some lessons could be drawn from this incident, that is thinking outside the box, that is all problems can have unconventional solutions that might not be immediately obvious like the past experiences. Next is resourcefulness. Every Shishya is occupied with both theoretical and practical resources. That is, he demonstrated how even seemingly insignificant resources like darba, a sort of glass, can be used effectively with the right knowledge and approach. This is practical application of the theoretical knowledge. Then the power of the intellect. That is, Drona's knowledge and skill were far more effective than brute strength in solving such a problem. Then the importance or the model of the teacher is shown by Drona here. That is, the princess, despite their strength and status, were unable to solve the problem on their own, highlighting the value of guidance and wisdom of a guru for a shishya to confront a situation. Thus, this simple story that has been taught by Vedavyasa in Mahabharata, that is a retrieving pearl from with a chain of grass bladders, is a testament to his extraordinarily intellect. That is the extraordinary intellect of the Guru Dronacharya and his ability to use even everyday situations, everyday living situations and troubles to impact a profound knowledge, lessons in problem solving and resourcefulness to his students. It's a vivid example of how went beyond conventional teaching methods to impart a creative thinking. And next is the holistic development. That is Drona, holistic development we can club into a integrated education model, integrated education methodology, where all the disciplines are clubbed together in a sort of proportion, so that whatever is claiming or whatever is interested by the shishya or the students can be delivered by the guru. That is, it is aimed to cultivate not just technical skills but also a character, discipline, and a sense of duty towards the society by the shishya. That is, ancient Indian texts actually advocate the value-based education, that is spiritual education and also practical education, focusing on the development of the whole person. And the discipline has provided more focus in Gurukula system of education. That is where students lived with each other inherently, and they instilled a discipline and also a focus on the education. Drona maintained a strict regimen and also emphasized punctuality, obedience, and dedicated practice in the Gurukula. And this fostered a conducive environment for learning and skill mastery. And also the moral and ethical foundation which is imparted in the Gurukula in ancient Indian saints and also in the Gurukula system, even while excelling in martial arts, was crucial for the warfare to confront a war. Drona also emphasized in importance of dharma, that is righteous conduct, and also the ethical behavior, that is to act righteously towards anyone who is coming across them, and also to the society at large. He instilled values of Mama, is it audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I request the other participants, please be in mute condition. Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Then a comprehensive skill set was developed in Drona's curriculum. That is, it was not limited to a warfare. He imparted more knowledge and above all of us, that is the princess of his great statecraft, that is our diplomacy, and also other essential skills that is required for the princess to rule a country, to rule to rule as an empire of the entire area. That is, the princess and also the future leaders were trained in the Gurukula system of education by Drona using the integrated curriculum that was a proper mixture of all those needed for ruling a country as imparted by the by Drona to his Shishyas, and also with a strong bondage base of ethics and also morality. This holistic approach aimed to develop well-rounded individuals capable of handling diverse responsibilities. And next is the assessment beyond performance. Now the assessment is just memorizing something and is just putting it to a piece of paper, and it has been assessed and a grade will be provided. Education was not in Drona's curriculum. That is, his evaluation went beyond mere proficiency of a specific skill. He considers more aspects like loyalty, strategic thinking, and ability to apply knowledge in complex situations. Whatever theory has been studied by the Shishyas, by his scholars, has been applied practically in such difficult situations more effectively, because the practical training is also provided by Drona, because each and every situation faced by the Shishyas in and also in their livelihood, that will be directly interfered by their guru, that is Dronacharya, and accordingly as a role model he acts according to the ethics and also traditions that will be taken, the Drona will be taken as a role model by the Shishyas in such situations. And such ethical teachings were integral, that is guiding students to become responsible and virtuous individuals towards the society and towards the universe. Now we'll move on to the next slide. That is challenges in contemporary education. We already seen how Drona's curriculum is developed. That teaching methodology is developed to impart knowledge to his Shishyas, and the Drona's doctrines not completely applied in our contemporary education. So contemporary education system face some challenges. Have listed 3 challenges, that is siloed disciplines, that is limited interdisciplinary collaboration is there in our system. That is, I am teaching that is commerce, but commerce has been combined with 2 or 3 minors or a minor set. Above all, a commerce student should get mastery to rule an organization, to rule a organizational setup, to rule human beings. Such education is not provided, such also, and the practical experience is not provided in our contemporary education setup. So, a slowed education is a drawback of our contemporary education setup. That is, having different school subjects, that is math, science, history, etc. That is seated in separate boxes, and it has been taught to students separately. But teacher in one box don't even really understood or have mastery in at least other subjects connected to this subject. They are mastering, or they couldn't work with the other teachers for for imparting a particular set of education to the students. So we may be learning about a historical event without understanding the science or the ethicality behind such a situation. So there is a limited connection between different subjects, but we cannot connect such subjects according to our wish or desire. It should be scientifically, after proper analysis, it should be joined together. It should be proportionally joined together into a integrated curriculum. So that is somehow missing in our system of education. The next is standardized testing. That is, there is a big focus on test. That is just writing whatever we have learned, just memorizing something and putting that into a piece of paper. That is, everyone answers the same questions, usually by remembering facts. This is too much focus on just memorizing things instead of truly understanding them or developing other the next level, just developing the knowledge to the next level of practical experience. Then our holistic focus is missing in our system of education. That is the physical health, our feelings and emotions, our ethics, morality. That is what is right or wrong. That is not dealt in our curriculum. That is the contemporary system of education. This is the challenges faced by the contemporary system of education. Then what does the, we'll move on to the next slide. That is to integrate the contemporary education system and also the Drona's doctrine, that is the Gurukula system of education, and also the contemporary system of education. What are the things we can propose? Actually, after analyzing the Drona's doctrine, we could propose some integrated strategies to the academic community and to the administration of the universities. That is, a curriculum design can be developed. That is, interdisciplinary modules that reflect real world complexities that can be, after studying this properly, we can build such an integrated of our students. Then assessment methods, that is a project based and experimental assessments can be, that is putting some real life situations before the students and to act upon it, such on the life situation trainings, and also applications can be given to the sessions. Then the teachers also should be trained. Actually, in India, we can join a higher education community by just qualifying a PG, that is postgraduate degree, and with qualifying national eligibility test. But where we are studying the psychology of the students, and how we are able to analyze a student, how we are able to understand the feelings of the students, how we are able to understand the capability and skill of the student, but by just completing a PG or a PhD. So the teachers, whoever wishes to be, whoever is passionate towards teaching, they should be imparted training. That is, the educators should be equipped with the skill to foster mentorship and also holistic development of the students. So teacher training programs should be again reframed and redrafted so that we will be able to understand the feelings of the students, understand the skill and capabilities of the students, so that we will be able to impart education. We will be able to make the curriculum tailor-made that suit each and every needs of the student community. Then encourage educators to brainstorm strategies for designing more individualized learning experience. We can have a brainstorming session. Each university, each education department should should conduct brainstorming sessions so that we can design a curriculum even following Drona's doctrine. And also we can also, according to the situation, while Drona is imparting knowledge was even before 5,000 years back. But according to the situation we have in the contemporary system of education, we can, that educators can have a pool, form a pool, and we can have brainstorming sessions on how we can develop our students, how we can provide tailor-made methodologies for each and every needs of the students. The next is interdisciplinary connections within our curricula can be understood deeply so that we can design each curricula and each set of subjects, each set of methodologies accordingly. Then experiential learning opportunities can be provided to the students, and also such experiences should be, platforms should be made so that we can impart real life situations to the students so that they will learn by doing themselves. Ma'am, we'll move on to the next slide. Okay, thank you. Ma'am, the previous slide, ma'am. Here, many universities are imparting in an integrated curriculum. They have designed integrated curriculum. Even they have been clubbing the ancient wisdom into modern management styles, modern education styles. That is increasingly recognized in many universities. Some of the universities, that is Harvard Business School, USA, Oxford University, INSEAD, University of Cambridge, National University of Singapore, Stanford Graduate School of Business. Likewise, these universities are providing a combined curricula, an integrated curricula combining spiritual knowledge. Even they have included Bhagavad Gita in their management education for teaching and decorated curricula using that is clubbing modern management educational methodologies, and also clubbing ancient wisdom, that is ancient Indian spiritual wisdom, that is the Gurukula system of education, the bondage, deep bondage between Shishya and Guru, and also learning by doing. Ma'am, will conclude this session. That is, integrating Drona's doctrine into modern education offers a pathway to a more holistic, interdisciplinary, and learner-centric system of education. By drawing inspiration from the ancient Indian pedagogies, educators can cultivate environment that foster critical thinking, ethical reasoning, and also overall personal development, so that they will be responsible to the entire universe ethically. And exploring the Gurukula system emphasizes experiential learning, integrating the curricula and also the ethical consideration. Educators can gain perspective on fostering environments that nurture not only the academic excellence, but also character development, and also the social towards the universe, towards the co-workers, towards the co-students, and also towards the mankind. Then the Drona doctrine serves as a powerful metaphor for moving away from isolated subject silos towards a more integrated and holistic educational paradigm that nurtures well-rounded individuals, a complete personality, a personality of 360-degree that will be bonded to all the human beings, that is responsible to the entire universe itself, that ethical and moral personalities are universal citizens. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you all the participants for listening to me.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your thought-provoking presentation. It is the time for question and answers. I request any of the participants side, if wish to interact with the Sindhu ma'am, it is welcome. Because ma'am combined the present day era to the ancient days Dronacharya's curriculum and Dronacharya's teaching styles. So it is a great opportunity to have this session, ma'am.
I think it is a great presentation. Thank you for that. That combines the ancient ways, how the gurus in those days, Gurukulas, how they emphasized teamwork, working with other students. Even when you go to Ramayana time also, Rama was mingling with Guha. Right? I mean, in those days also, the way they showed was everybody is equal. Everybody was sitting together, no discrimination, team playing, excellent ethics, they thought, morals, and all that. This is bringing that ancient one. One question I have is the universities, are they recognizing are they calling it Drona doctrine, or they are just cultivating those methods, or are they acknowledging that this is Drona's way of teaching or ancient way? Did you hear my question?
Yes,
Is-
sir. Thank you for the question, sir. And your words are really motivating me, sir. Actually, even without knowing whether it is Dona's doctrine or not, actually, they are incorporating all the system of education which is maintained in Gurukula system in their universities. And the bondage between Guru and Shishya is very crucial in an environment of learning, sir. So, if we are individualized learning is very helpful to cultivate a student more ethical and more concentrated towards the learning experiences, then it will be very successful, sir. So, such a system of education, that is, the simplicity is the base of every Gurukula system of education. Even the princes with a royal hosting, they are just living in grass, prepared by grass homes. They'll be staying there, and they'll be leading such a simple life, and such a simplicity leads to higher level of education, because the ego and such a self-esteem is very lacking on the part of students, and they will be completely relying on the Guru for getting the information, and that much bondage to the Guru, that much respect towards the Guru by the Shishyas. Such a learning environment really helpful for imparting knowledge effectively to the Shishyas.
Yes, excellent. Thank you.
Thank you for the question, sir, from an eminent personality like you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Anybody else, if wish to interact with Sindhu ma'am, it is welcome. I request from the participant side.
Even I have, while other people, they are thinking what to ask. I have seen recently, I visited recently the Microsoft complex in Seattle, Washington, where they do have these training courses. Very casual. A lot of people, they just are so free when they come there. No manager, no ordinary employee,
Yes,
no executive, they're all equal. So they were doing that. And then so many teaming of the works with a lot of respect, dignity, regardless of their designations. I have seen that recently at Microsoft, there is school in Seattle. So a lot of our ancient notions, their way, their philosophies in imparting education, they have been practiced throughout the world. Because for a long time, I teach, you learn. That has been the way of doing it. Now there's a lot of change, which is much needed. I think it was a great presentation. Any questions from the audience?
Any questions from the audience?
There are so many in the teaching area here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Aruna Kumari Garu,
Sir.
what do you think I know that you have been teaching for a long time.
Sir.
Do you see that to any extent do you practice at your school, at your university? I'm sorry, I keep calling school because in the US we call university as a school.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything? How is the treatment?
Actually, since my starting of my career as a teacher, I used to encourage my students in multi-dimensional and multidisciplinary area itself, sir, because we should not confine to only a particular domain, sir. I had started my career in 2006 as a teacher, as a at college level, and from that time to since now itself, I also use it to be in multidimensional manner, and I encourage my students to do work in multidimensional manner itself. So whatever the curriculum is saying, that is okay, and that is for the examination purpose and for getting degrees. But here, the purpose of education is not only getting degrees, but it should give some some knowledge and how to be as a human. That itself is the purpose of education. So
Yes.
that is very necessary in the present day society, which is lacking itself, sir. Because nowadays this corporate sector, corporate education system is not importing any values in the students, sir. That is what I'm observing in these 2 decades. So last decade, I had observed the students with some humbleness, respect towards elders and teachers, and the passion towards their courses and towards learning itself. But unfortunately, nowadays, in the second decade, I'm not seeing much of this passion in the students and interest also. They are confining particularly to the particular syllabus and particular textbooks. Not textbooks, sir. Actually, that scenario has gone. Reading textbooks has gone, sir. So only thing they are relying upon the so-called materials they are saying, which is providing by the college. All these things, in my views, I'm sorry to say, it is getting deviated in intermediate stage. So up to 10th class in schooling, they are very good. And whenever they are coming into this intermediate, that's why it is saying as intermediate, because their mindset also will be not as a child or not as an adult. So in that transition state, this corporate sector is entirely deviating the student from the learning capabilities and learning and enhancing their intellectual levels. I could see, sir, as an engineering college faculty, I could see many of the students, they are getting more than 90%, 95% in their intermediate. but I don't know why they are getting the MSET rank in lakhs. So many times I used to ask the students in an analytical way of thinking, they are unable to answer. So right now they are habituating for the by hurting nature only. So this is what we have to, we need to bring the change. So some new education system should come, new curriculum should come, which is to be go back as ma'am said in our ancient days, like that Gurukulas and how they used to be all the time with their gurus and how they used to be learn all the qualities from their gurus. So sometimes one of my guru told one thing that if guru is just like an ocean, it is your wish, whatever you will pick out. See, ocean can give gems, pearls, and stones also. So it is your turn and your wish. What will you get from that ocean? As Guru is a ocean, so you can get it. You can get from that ocean either pearls or gems or stones.
Right.
So in that education era and in that education field only, we can enhance our intellectual levels. And in my views, education is not at all ending with a getting a degree, sir. It is a continuous process till our last day. This is my
Yes.
intentions. Yes, sir.
It's a continuous thing, and students, they have to dig deeper into the subject after the teacher teaches. Student got to, when I was going to school, college in India, I always followed two books, not one book, two books. One book, whatever they follow in the classroom, then the library, pick another book in addition to the textbook, and understand the concepts coming from a different angle, a different author. The author they describe differently. Somebody explains with diagrams and flowchart, whatever. Another explains with other pictures and life examples or whatever. So I used to follow two books. I used to read one textbook and an additional book to see the personality. See, that is how the students got to develop skills, and the teachers actually, you all here, the faculty, got to think about, well, not the curriculum. You have to follow the curriculum established by the educational institution. You have to do that. But in the curriculum itself, they have to give these hands-on projects, field trips to industry, internships where students would have opportunity of going to industry and participating. I know that in BITS Pilani, they have that, which I visited when I was in India. When I gave a cybersecurity lecture, there were 100 plus students who logged on from various parts of India and also Dubai on the Zoom, not Zoom, they were using WebEx. And I was so impressed that before graduation, they got to have 6 months or 4 months of industrial, hands-on kind of exposure. Do you have such a thing, Runagar, in your school? Requiring internship? Did you hear my question? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Yeah. So The
Yes,
schools, their curriculum, they got to include the industrial exposure of about certain time, certain months of time. That way they get hands-on and they have opportunity of working with other employees of the organization, the interpersonal skills, the soft skills, how to present, how to write a report, how to communicate, how to present the ideas, the problem statement. So these are the soft skills which many of the current students lack, because I have so many students in my own family. When I talk to them, that's what I notice, I observe. So this kind of Drona doctrine, where there is a lot of value given to ethical, moral, and then teamwork, equality kind of importance, which are very powerful, as seen today by various Western educational institutions.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I request any one of the participants, could you please give your feedback of day 2 of this FDP for 2 sessions for a while. I request anyone to please speak.
Let me ask you a question. Any, I know that you're all professors, and most of your professors are lecturers teaching in institutions. Do you have hands-on training, internship kind of things at your schools? Anybody? Nobody is listening to my question, I think. Are you there? Please turn your videos on. That way we know at least you are
yes,
there.
sir.
A lot of people, they are not there, looks like. If you are there, open your video and say hello. After all, this conference is for you, not for me, not for the presenters. It's a
Actually,
benefit.
for their sake only, we had kept in these non-working hours, sir. In the evening
Right.
times, somebody, they may free from their working hours, so that we had
Correct.
planned in the evening.
Exactly. I know that somebody just turned the video on. I can see that.
Thank you so much, sir. On behalf of organizing committee and SIGVI Foundation, I sincerely thank to all uh, 2 distinguished speakers of this day 2 of the faculty development program. And my sincere and heartfelt thanks for sharing your valuable insights and expertise during these 2 sessions. And especially, I thank from my bottom of heart to Professor Prakash Rao Kollaram sir, being a stalwart from America. Immediately, you had accepted our invitation as a speaker, and you had enlightened with your great speech also, sir. And you had spared your valuable time for all of us. For that, I sincerely thanks to you, sir, from my bottom of heart. Thank you so much, sir. And this program has been enriched by your thought-provoking speech, sir. And definitely it will be adding some flavor to all of us, both academically and to enhance our intellectual levels also. Thank you so much, sir. And I
Welcome.
extend
If
my
anybody in the audience, if they would like me to give a detailed presentation on that, specifically tailored to a curriculum at your school or your faculty, your head of departments or whatever, please contact me or please contact Dr. Arunanikala. I would be more than happy to give a helping hand. Thank you all again. Please continue, Aruna Garu.
Thank you so
Sorry
much.
for interruption.
And I extend my sincere and heartfelt thanks to Sindhu ma'am also as and when I sent a proposal to her, immediately she had accepted with the thought-provoking title, and I also impressed by the title, and I had taken the acceptance and approval of my jury and my team, Siddhi Foundation, and immediately we had given her one slot. And thank you so much, ma'am. Definitely, your insightful and thoughtful, thought-provoking speech will enlighten us, and definitely will follow our ancient Dronacharya's this doctrine. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sparing your valuable time with us. And last but not least, thank you for all the participants for your patience listening. And we hope it will add some thought-provoking nature in your day-to-day life also. Thank you so much. And I wish to see you all for tomorrow's day 3 sessions also. Thank you so much. Thanks, Alex. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Anybody else wish to share in your views? It is welcome. If not, I'll be ending this program. Anybody else? Okay. Thanks a lot. And I officially declare that I am ending this day 2 of 7-day FDP program now. Thank you so much.